Okay, take it away.
We know you're busy and respect your valuable time. So this is your daily dose of 5-minute news with Jay Thomas. Take it away, Jay.
And I will take it away, Mr. Announcer. Thank you. Well, welcome to the national, international, galactic, intergalactic news roundup as we frolic through the news. Okay. Well, Marjorie Taylor Greene has reached a point where she's sticking up for Obamacare, apologizing to CNN for being mean, I guess, and demanding that the Epstein files or the Epstein list or that whatever they're calling it right now be released. Do you know how many files are released right now? Epstein's. You don't have you wouldn't have the time in your 2 lifetimes to go through them. But anyway, she wants more released. So she's gone full tard, really. I guess she's joining Massey and the other Democrats to release the Epstein files in some attempt to embarrass Trump. There's a problem, though. Trump isn't in the Epstein files in any bad way, except for saying that he's a SOB. You know, so you have a pedophile texting somebody or emailing somebody saying that he doesn't like Trump because Trump won't play. Wonder what that means. So you have Epstein the pedophile not liking Trump. This is supposed to be bad, I guess. But here's the big news. Here's the news out of the Epstein dump so far, and this is what they're doing. So a reporter for the New York Times, the Slimes, Michael Wolff, who is a anti-Trump jerk, and he's terrible. He's a crappy reporter. He was getting tips from Epstein about Trump during some of the trials and stuff. And Epstein says, and I quote in one of his emails, when he asked about did he know about the girls, Epstein quotes, "Of course he knew about the girls, as he asked Maxwell to stop." And this is true. This is correct. When Trump found out about Epstein and he was doing it at Mar-a-Lago, okay, when he found out about it, uh, what he was doing to the girls at Mar-a-Lago, he kicked him out. Okay, he kicked uh, both of them. I think Maxwell too, but Epstein and Maxwell out. And he told Maxwell prior to stop doing that, stop poaching these girls, stop going after them. That's the big news. That's the big news that Trump told Epstein to get out of his club after he put the moves on some young girl. I think it was there was that the girl who I think she committed suicide, and she was one of the very first people to sue them, and I can't think of her name off the top of my head. I'll get it later on. But she worked at Mar-a-Lago, and Trump saw Epstein zooming on her, and he kicked him out. So that's the big news about Trump. All right, here's another thing. Here's something that's interesting that you want to know that you didn't know. My, I have there it is. I have my 7-year-old granddaughter. I'm gonna post it later on. She made me up. She did my nails and everything. Anyway, here's something that is interesting that you want to know. When Epstein got out, when he had his get out of jail party in New York City, a few months after he was released from Florida, he was in Florida prison. Not really a prison, but he was in Florida jail for the solicitation of underage girls for prostitution. That's what he was in jail for. That's a nice way of saying pedophilia. Okay. So he gets a sweet deal down in Florida for some reason, and I'm not going to go into it. It's so convoluted. It doesn't matter really. So he gets this sweet deal, and once he gets into New York, a couple months later, he throws this party at his house in New York City. And you know who was there? George Stephanopoulos. Yeah, that George Stephanopoulos. He was there. He was in attendance. And so was Katie Couric. All right? I think she was there. Can you check that, CC? Oh, on your phone. I'm gonna have to put the headphone in later on to keep in contact with you. But see if Katie Couric was at. She was. Oh, send that to me. Hold on. Oh, okay. So yeah, Katie Couric was there. You know who else was there? Also in attendance was Chelsea Handler. Wonder why that's going on. Woody Allen and his daughter slash wife, Soon-Yi Previn, and Gwyneth Paltrow. In her book, Katie Couric says that she was unaware of the full extent of Epstein's past and his sleaziness. That's just bullcrap. You're Katie Couric, and you have the entire research department of the ABC News Corporation at your beck and call, and you don't know about Epstein's past. Are you seriously trying to sell me that right now? Really? That's just bullcrap. Katie Couric knew. So these are the people that Marjorie Taylor Greene are now hanging around with. So good luck with that, MTG. Okay. Also, number two, bad news is number two. There's something going on economic wise in Japan. Japan's been holding its bonds at 0% interest since 2008, 20 some 17 years or so. Okay, so they raised it, and it's now at 1.71%. And this is why the stocks are going down. This is why everything's tanking. Why everything's going to hell in a handbasket. Because hedge funds, they would use the Japanese yen at zero interest. They would borrow $100 million at 0% interest. Then they would go and buy our treasuries, $100 million worth of treasuries, at 6% interest. And they would pocket the difference. That's their carry. That's what's called the carry. That they pocket. They have different in finance. They have 20 names for the same thing, but that's their profit. That's their carry. Okay, they get 6% at $100 million over a year. I don't know. That's a lot of money. I'll do it with $1 billion. So they were doing that, and they were buying the yen at 0, buying treasuries at 6%, pocketing the 6%. Okay, so anyway, so this has been happening for a little bit now, for last week. So a couple of days the stock market went down, and because it's raising its interest rates and bonds and sending the greedy people, they can't make 6%. They can only make 3%. So that's a little bit complicated, and we'll get into that later on in the show. But I wanted you to be aware of Marjorie Taylor Greene's actually gone full tard. So, okay, CC, take us out on the Frolic. Have a good day, people.